Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Andy Marcus here again. And yes, I guess we are what we've been taught to be. We can't run from that. Teachers as a child, and even though we may stray, we'll be back someday. Now, I was getting ready to go someplace, ladies and gentlemen, but I was thinking about you, as I always do. What can I say? How can I say it different? What spirit could I conjure up that would be able to reach you, my people, my brothers, my sisters, God's children, in such a way that you could walk out of this darkness into the light? And it is a complicated matter, but I reminded that when I was a kid, how I was taught. I was a kid, I was taught that the devil was mean and evil, and low down and dirty, walking to and fro all over the earth, Mississippi, Alabama, Minnesota, Georgia, Washington, so on and so forth, to catch somebody off guard, to see who he can knock side the head, mess him up, destroy him, bring him over to the dark side of the world. That in his reign, the devil's reign, there are situations that exist that you have some people who got something and some people who don't, because they emphasize the principles that some people are better than others and deserve more and the best than others, that some are born leaders. They're supposed to lead others, and others are supposed to be their servants. And they use these types of thinking to conquer all of the resources of the earth as their own. They might have to go through some little system, come up with some policies, some rules and regulations or laws that would permit them to do this and make it a hell of a hard way for you to do it. If you can get in at all, you got to go through them, and you can bet your last money business requires that you pay. That's bottom line. And so you find a lot of prejudiceness in that system. You find a lot of bigotry. You find a lot of hatred. You find a lot of malice, and you find a lot of racism. You find a lot of cheating and stealing and lying and killing and terror. And you just find all kind of stuff like war going on. It's pathetic. But that's what happens when you are conquered and listen to the devil. That's what I was taught that the devil represents. But I was also taught what God represents. I was taught that where God is, heaven is. And when they referred to that, they were talking about people having their desires met. They even put it in the same arena that they put heaven. They say heaven is a place where everything is always all right. Never a moment when it isn't. But the teaching goes that the heaven is someplace else that you have to die and go to, which sounds like a trick to me because it permits the evilness of this world to continue unabated, just going on. And that's the way that I see God, is that since God is about peace and prosperity and freedom and joy of life and the fulfillment of his creation's dreams, if God is for that, already he's ahead of the devil. Really, this for me, and then to assure it to me, engage me in the process. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. Engage you in the process. Now, what is that all about? That means that every last one of you got something that you love to do. I don't know what it is. You do. At least some of you do. And a lot of you are thinking about it. Keep on thinking about it. You'll know in a little bit. But if you were given a chance to get in a position to exercise that gift, whatever it is, engineering, bricklaying, cutting trees, cutting the lawn, painting, building houses, architects, dancing, singing, electrician, whatever it is that you've been given to do, And I'm talking about you're not out there fishing for jobs, trying to see who's hiring. You're not out there trying to see who's paying this book or that book. You're trying to engage yourself in what you love doing, because there's one heck of a benefit in it. When you do that, you find yourself running into joy. There's nothing more joyous than knowing who you are, why you are, and being just that, who you are. Now, the Lord, the God Almighty that I listen to, that you can't see, can't touch, can't feel, but the evidence is here, allows that every one of you, when you engage your hand in that career that you've chosen, let me tell you what happens. That result back outward to this reservoir of goods and services. Everything that you, the people, need for survival and so much more. First of all, you got health care from the womb to the tomb, and it don't cost you a penny. You got education, unlimited and unrestricted. I mean, you can learn our whole life through. Food, clothing, and shelter, transportation of choice. You don't ever have to worry about any of these things. These guaranteed to everybody for life, and other things too. The infrastructure is the best that it can be because it is being done by you, the people, who are now doing your gifts. And you're doing the best that you can do because you're doing it because it's you. It represents you. And it's going to last. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be heavenly divine because it's done by you. And this stuff of just overconsumption, just making things that last 2 months or a year and then automatically tear up so they can keep on having folks on jobs so you can get some more. Landfills running over you. Junk. That's because that's that world that the devil runs. That's the world that the devil runs. Over here, my friends, you got it going on. You got leisure time. You got vacations anywhere in the world that you want to go, any way you want to go it for, as long as you want to be gone. That's heavenly. Now, I know it sounds unbelievable for you when you say it's too good to be true. You know in the world of darkness it is not true. It can't happen. No way in the world it can happen. I don't know why you stand over there so long thinking it's going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It's never happened. You got to step outside of that box if you want to get into a world where it happens. You heard somebody say that God is a spirit. You got to worship him in a spirit. You've heard somebody say that in order to be with God and understand God, you got to be born again. You heard somebody say that. I know you have. I was taught that too. Born again, what that mean? That means you were flesh. You came here, you learned all this stuff because that's what we've been exposed to. But changes have happened in our lives. And we're born again in the spirit. So we communicate with God. We're not communicating with you in a book that you're using. No, we're communicating with God. You see, the devil got everybody thinking that the thing is all right. You got Republicans and Democrats. And the people, you think if you on one side or the other, you all right. You don't want to be Republican because they devils. And you don't want to be a part of that devil, so you're a Democrat. You're a Republican, you don't want to be a part of the Democrat because they devils. And you all right. So the people just looking at you, trying to decide who they want to be. Everybody want to be attached to the lesser of the two. That's what happened with Trump and Miss Clinton. Everybody want to say, well, I don't want to be the worst devil. Let me be the lesser one. And they say that because they know nothing about God. Those people in that book can't tell you nothing about God. I'm coming here to tell you something about God. Now, for this to happen in your life, because, see, you haven't seen God. The stuff in the world and stuff like that, you got accustomed to it, just like you got accustomed to the lies and all that innuendo stuff that Donald Trump be sending across the airways. People buying into it now. It seems like half the nation believe that alternative truths are the best truths. It allows them to do anything they want to do and get away with it. They think. No, buddy. It is that kind of living that brought you to this point right now that you're going through this hell. But this message that I bring to you is about the God that I was taught about. And I want you to know that that God is out here. The plan for your heavenliness has always been here. It never left. It was all based upon the decision that you made. You made to go that way. You let somebody talk to you like I'm talking to you now, and you went that way. I've been talking to you for 40 years to go to the side. You ain't going here. Why? Because you've been convinced that money is the key to your heavenliness. When I'm telling you over here, God is the key. He's going to show you joy, give you joy, and while you out there enjoying, you creating cars. Look here, let me ask you something. Let me put it this way. You mow lawns. That's all you do. That's your job. And why do you do that? Because you don't have to do too much studying. It ain't required. You just got a gift. You love it. Being out there cutting that grass is the most beautiful thing a man can do as far as you're concerned. And that's what you do. But you know what your reward is for doing that? Your reward is the kind of home that you want to live in. And that home fixed up just like you want it fixed up. That's a gift from the rest of the world, the rest of America, to you for mowing the lawn. Not only that, it doesn't stop there. Everything that you need, whether it's a car, your choice, access to health care, from the womb to the tomb, education, unlimited and unrestricted, all of these things, yours, just because, you know, you're blessed, you're in the light, you mowing the lawn, something you love to do, and you getting all of this on the top. And guess what? You got no bills, you got no fees, you got no debts, you got no taxes, and you got one boss. And you can't see him, you can't touch him, can't feel him, but he lives inside of you. I'm going to let you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much. This is Eddie Marcus. Until next time, saying goodbye.